YouTube, what's the word? We are back with that death battle. I know the video. It's been a month since they posted it. I'm sorry. We back in the Ville. Ghost Rider versus Spawn. We'll be catched up after this. And then we got Master Chief versus Doomslayer. So we're gonna see what's going on in this episode. If they had Ghost Rider losing this fight, then I don't know, bro. Ghost Rider, my favorite character of all time. I don't even care. Well, favorite character in general, yeah. But if they have this man dying, bro, for losing, I don't know, bro.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn. The spirit of
Ghost Rider got too many feats, bro.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze.
I mean, they both the same, but
to find out who would win.
I gotta know a little bit more about Spawn.
Johnny Blaze has always been a
Johnny
man
Blaze.
possessed, chasing the thrill of.
And then you got the blue flames too, like.
Stunts, following the example of his adoptive father, Crash Simpson.
Until the day.
And then
Crash
he
lived up
died.
to his name
Yep.
and got cancer, heartbroken, and without enough Wampa fruit to save him, Johnny turned to the only thing that could.
They got cancer.
Oh.
To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his soul to Mephisto, king of the eighth
That man
layer
crazy.
of hell.
Only for Crash to actually live
Die.
up to his name right after.
But instead of scooping up Johnny's soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos, the spirit of vengeance.
So
God.
Johnny Blaze lived up to his
Bro,
name
that
and
movie is
burst
so
into
tough.
hellfire. An
I need to rewatch the movie,
undead
bro.
with a sick-ass hug. The fifth scariest Nick Cage.
But they're supposed to be making a new
performance.
Spawn
The
movie.
stuntman from hell. He called himself the Daredevil.
Sorry, Johnny, that name's taken.
Okay, then how about
Ghost Rider.
the Ghost Rider?
Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named the character the same thing only 5
Moon Knight.
years earlier. All you.
The Ghost Rider.
That
was
looked like a
bad
Moon
news
Knight,
for
bro.
Earth's sinners and scumbags. He's strong enough to pull down skyscrapers,
Former King of Hell.
blow up mountains, and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries.
Don't even think about fighting back. He
Good
can
God,
remake his
bro.
whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him, making him immune to all physical damage. Only holy weapons that target his soul can harm him.
It's not just
Crazy.
his body; his whole arsenal is hellfire. Ghosty can create.
Oh my God, I didn't even know
anything
they had
he can
games.
From an infinite string
Whoa.
of chains, a shotgun packed with fiery rounds.
He got his
or
stare,
a flaming
too.
Missile barked right out of his mouth. Life goals.
And he can imbue other objects with hellfire, such as
Bro.
his hell cycle.
Oh, this man has
Are we gonna
back
see
in a
different,
big
like,
force hammer
vehicles,
Mjolnir,
bro?
Which can cross the universe in seconds.
Hellfire is a weapon in and of itself, whether shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky, or
Oh my
released
God.
from his...
Piss? Oh yeah, I forgot he was
His
peeing.
boner, Wiz. Get it? And it
My
doesn't
boy
just
burning,
scorch
bruh.
flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
This technique would be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Oh,
Danny
yeah.
Ketch.
Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the
Crazy.
one that burns your soul to smithereens with just a look. The penance stare.
The penance stare inflicts upon its victims every
The most
ounce of
broken
pain
move
they've
this
ever
man
wreaked
got.
upon others. Every cruelty, no matter how small or righteous, is reflected back. A biblical punishment.
Obliterating your soul. It even works on other Ghost Riders, like when Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes
Crazy.
are windows to the soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to match his victim's gaze for the penance stare to work. Some people have survived it, like the Punisher.
Now they gonna pull some shit talking about Spawn don't got no eyes, bro. Why do I feel like the stare is not gonna work on Spawn?
Johnny can adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can use
Oh,
the
yeah,
stare
Deadpool
to
ate
read
it.
minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the Ghost
Oh my
Rider
God.
is two souls in one body, with the kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
Classic Faustian bargain. All
Dude.
the power in the world, but if you want it, it uses you. Because if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Zarathos' strength is boundless. He
Oh
can
my
open
God.
up portals between dimensions, control the elements, pen and stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite
This man can
distance
fly
away.
to
He's
Asgard.
manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest hitters, like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Hell, Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms,
Damn.
mortal and immortal.
Hyperbole? Think
Nah,
again.
Ghost Rider
the
broken.
Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence and even bring down heaven itself.
Right before an army of Ghost Riders did just that. Yeah,
Damn.
an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back as the Great Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to act as
this
his
man just be
divine
trying to get
wrath
a mix.
on Earth, a sort of heavenly Black Ops.
Okay, wait, does that make Zarathos an angel now? Or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being one of the greatest
Damn.
entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto, ever the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against
My
that
fault.
big red bitch with another Ghost Rider.
That man though.
Alejandra Jones. Bet
Damn.
You had one more day to fix that hole in your chest.
Wait, so
huh?
which one's the strongest Ghost Rider?
Though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably powerful. A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon. Fitting as
Wow.
his fight with Galactus rents the cosmos asunder.
And Galactus' fights can destroy all of Marvel's infinite multiverse. That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total
he that broken, bro.
cosmic annihilation.
So it was no surprise when Johnny went down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself, usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
Scoring the total power of hell itself, plus
Okay.
a sick-ass upgrade, the Damnation Stare, which skips
Whoa.
the whole every pain you've ever inflicted thing and just sends you straight to hell. No shot.
As they say though, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an
Yeah, can we
obsessive
show, like, the
crusade
blue?
to capture all of Hell's escaped demons. But by using his new power to damn them to hell, he began absorbing their evil, feeding
Wow.
on it, and it corrupted him. Once again, Johnny Blaze was a man possessed.
In truth, Johnny was just as
So
trapped
we're gonna
by
be seeing
hell's
this?
power as
Are we
he'd
gonna be seeing
always
this in the
been,
fight?
And he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An unstoppable engine of
So,
judgment that, with
I guess
just
we
a
just not gonna be
glance,
seeing
can
it.
make Galactus
I
himself
hope we
shit
do.
his pants.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
'Cause they sure as hell won't find any in his.
All right, let's see what Spawn got, bro.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP
Come on now.
U.S. Army and the CIA's most decorated
Invest in
assassin.
Robin Hood, though.
Simmons upheld
your
democracy
investments right,
around the
but-
globe at the barrel of a gun, painting the third world in red, white, and blue, but mostly red.
Until his final fateful mission when, per his boss's orders, Al
Damn.
was fired.
The burning was
Nah, it really
only
burned
getting
that man.
started because Al's immortal soul was on a one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia,
Oh,
the
bro.
big, naked lord of the 8th Circle of Hell.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of
Clean.
Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's pud.
Al Simmons returned from the dead as a decaying zombie 5 years later, after
Yuck,
his wife
bro.
had already remarried
Moved on.
and had a daughter.
There,
Damn.
You saw her. Now
Damn.
back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior from hell itself.
Moved on
Slaw.
everything, bro.
He's so 90s that he comes all the way back around to being the coolest thing ever. Look upon his edge wizard and despair.
That's
Spawn
crazy.
would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly uncovering the full breadth of his demonic powers.
He's like a walking superpower encyclopedia. He can fly, teleport, turn invisible and intangible,
Okay.
move things with his mind, make force fields, control the elements and the weather,
Ooh.
and even stop time. Speaking
Okay,
of
so is
time,
Ghost Rider
he
even
can
going to
blast
touch him?
So fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He can manipulate matter, shapeshifting his own body or transmuting other objects
What?
and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Wait, Wiz, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well, he tried to
Hmm.
do that, but Malvosia cursed him so that he could only make himself.
He said I'm a black man.
It's petty
Yo.
trolling like that that gets you see what thrown in hell.
That's
to be
crazy.
fair, Spawn can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and
man said,
control
"I'm a black
minds,
man."
implant and replace memories, or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of this
Holy
crazy
crap,
shit because he
bro.
runs on necroplasm.
Okay, I could.
Basically,
Yeah,
hell juice.
never mind. I can
You're
see
not
why
wrong.
Spawn. You see
Necroplasm
all
is
this
the
stuff he
energy that
got?
makes up hell
Sin and
itself.
soul manipulation.
Hal's undead body is composed of 400
Elemental.
pounds of it.
He can wield it like an
This man
energy
got
blaster
time and
powered
weather.
by the sins of others. Spawn can absorb
With
your
metal
evil and feed off
manipulation,
of it
bro.
by simply
Yeah, I can see why
walking on
Spawn
Earth.
wins.
Spawn
Alright,
feels
never mind.
all of humanity's pain all at
Spawn
once.
might
He's
actually have it.
absorbed the sins of 8 million New Yorkers instantly, cleansing them.
Like Ghost Rider got
of
regenerated stuff, but
Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full
Oh my
weight
God.
of your own sins, feeling every bit of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole life.
good God, bro.
Some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's necroplasm comes with a catch.
Yeah, he's got unlimited amount of the stuff, and it drains every time he uses his powers. If he
Okay.
runs out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even depowered, Spawn can rely on his elite military training in hand-to-hand combat. He's even fought Batman to a standstill.
And
Damn.
as befits his past profession, he loves his big-ass 90s guns.
Though his greatest weapon is the sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded to.
Bro,
his
look at
cloak,
him, bro.
Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever wonder why
Letha's
his
a
cape's
whole
red?
cloak.
Nope, well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden.
What?
It's literally made of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a
Nah,
million
that's wild.
sinners, including every one of Hell's victims. Also a touch of vampire for good measure.
K7 Letha is constantly evolving. It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite
That was a good
stream of
transformation
chains,
mask.
transform into weapons, or drain people of their power. It is the most potent weapon Hell has ever created.
It even helped Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except
Damn.
the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd think with an arsenal like that, he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though
Okay.
Spawn has managed to survive this in the past. No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own, how do I put this? Stupidity.
So Spawn found
What?
this angel lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it
Nah,
on
he's stupid.
himself.
So, Spawn was
man crazy.
forever destroyed until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
There we are.
That man
good as
crazy.
new.
Yeah, he that
has to be
powerful.
the first time we've seen someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's
Huh?
even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing
Anti-spawn.
bad guys might seem counterintuitive if you work for a Hell Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Balbosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that'd kill all of humanity.
Because the reason Malbolgia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior. It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All his
Damn.
life and all his death, Al was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to hell and ripped Balbosia's head off with a
Damn.
scream so loud it echoed through all of reality. Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of hell.
As king, Spawn is literally a part of Hell itself, gaining access to an unlimited
So he
pool
got
of
his own
energy that
power-ups too.
increases
So he got Hell
100-fold
King Spawn and
with
Divine.
every
He got
hit.
two?
He's effectively omnipotent in there and strong enough to challenge other Hell Lords like
Bro.
Mammon and Satan.
He got so strong, the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between heaven and hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this god and Satan to begin with.
Oh my
the
God.
mother of existence, Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the tree of life, Spawn became truly divine.
So this man got
capable of
angel-
battling God and Satan.
But
in a
Ghost Rider got,
stalemate
like,
for
angel
eternity
powers,
that
too,
extinguished
so-
all life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just
Wow.
like that time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof, good as new.
Finally freed of the
Smart
weight of
move.
heaven and hell, Al asked to be reborn as a human. but he knew in his heart he deserved to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s, Wiz. He won't be happy unless he can hastily brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home, beware, because Spawn will
Okay.
turn whatever's left of your life into a living hell.
Damn. So he got a lot.
This battle is sponsored
I might.
by DraftKings
Now these boys
Casino.
getting double sponsors. Fuck. I might have to give it to
59
Spawn, to be
PM
honest.
Eastern Time.
Spawn got a lot, bro.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've
Oh my
run the
God.
data through all possibilities.
It's
Spawn
time
got a
for
lot.
one hell of a death battle!
Come on. See the fights like that.
Nights like these drive men insane. Brimstone in the air. Something's coming. If it wants a
Okay.
piece of me, there'll be hell to pay.
Yeah.
Go back to the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Come on.
Make me.
Man said make me. He got a limit. You already know them bullets don't work. Damn. Oh, he grinding his face with it.
If you care, it's nothing personal. Vengeance calls.
Okay, come on. Dodge, boy. Holy. Oh, man, God. I forgot he can make anything for real, for real. Come on now.
Your damnation.
Ooh, that's really, ooh. Damn. Gotta come right back, though. Infinite? Oh, fuck. Whoa.
Welcome to hell.
That man brought him down. Oh, nah, he really about to make all the vehicles his. Zawardo? Man said, stop that.
Be damned.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, okay. Okay. I like that scorpion. All right, he got to tee up now. He got to get his power up. Damn. Oh, he divine? Bro, his wings are huge.
God forbid.
He said, God forbid. Bro, that man's small. Holy fuck. Okay. Bro, I like how, like... That's up. Never mind. I'm not going to worry about it. This man getting chains out his eyes. Ooh.
Simmons, your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak vengeance upon your
Oh my God. Damn.
I eat sin for breakfast.
He said I eat sins for breakfast.
Damn medicine.
Wow. That junk got reversed on him. Damn. All the stuff that man did. He shook his head and took it.
It's like you said, nothing personal. Asshole.
That man really just reversed dependence on him.
God damn!
Literally. This was a nail-biter of a battle that pitted Ghost Rider's immeasurable power against Spawn's skill and versatility. Let's break this down into
Crazy.
4 categories.
First up, power.
As much as I didn't want Ghost Rider to lose, bro.
Satan, who could create
Nah, he had too much
universes.
stuff going on.
Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses in Marvel.
But Zarathos was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's
Not gonna lie.
infinite cosmic reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected.
Okay.
Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in power alone.
Ghost Rider may take power, but
he just
remember,
got everything
Johnny
else.
actively resists Zarathos' influence, so Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn definitely had the edge in skill. He spent decades in military combat and is a master martial
I need to
artist,
watch the actual
whereas
book,
Johnny
bro.
more so relies on his invincibility.
The ultimate dream power for a stuntman. Even with his crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his versatility. Spawn can stop
got
time,
that.
manipulate matter, turn
And Spawn got
intangible,
the
control
resistance.
minds, warp reality. The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison. Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
Though with his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill. Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the penance
Yeah.
stare, just like he resisted
Jeez,
a
that
very
makes
similar
sense.
attack from Urizen.
Best of all, remember the time he rewrote reality to undo his own inexistence?
That man
There
could
was
just rewrite.
nothing
That
the
man
Ghost
was
Rider
just
could do
rewriting
to
reality the
overpower
entire
him.
time.
And that time with the lance wasn't planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his fight with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down for good? Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos couldn't.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the penance stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually happens a lot, even
That's
in
crazy.
recent comics. The whole reason Johnny and
didn't even know
Zarathos
you
are
could
bonded
really
in the
do that.
first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the penance stare itself.
And just think about that. A penance stare on Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every penance stare that he's ever done. A penance square.
Yeah, that's all that
The
man really had to
damnation
do. He
stare,
had
on
to
the
just
other hand,
reverse it, bro.
actively helped Spawn, sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it wasn't just Spawn's soul powers that had spelled trouble. He had other ways to bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too, like transmutation, rewriting reality, or just straight up stealing his powers, which
Could
has
do that.
worked on multiple Ghost Riders in the past.
Giving Spawn the final edge. Zarathos was
makes
almost
sense, bro.
unbeatable, a massive power advantage, soul destruction, immortality, but Spawn could counter everything thrown at him, and was too unkillable for Zarathos' strength advantage to matter in the long run against his crazier abilities.
That was one hell of a fight, and at least Johnny went out in a blaze of glory.
The winner is Spawn.
I ain't like how Ghost Rider died. I know he's my favorite character, but that man Spawn had too many feats, bro. Too much in his arsenal, too much on his plate, so it made sense. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all next one, man. Peace, no cap. Tight.